Hey, this is Jackie from Plan a Healthy Life, and this video is a very beginner tutorial on how to use GoodNotes 5 for digital planning. I wanted to give you just the basics of using GoodNotes because when I began digital planning, I realized I was a little bit frustrated not knowing how to do some of the very basic features. So I wanted to walk you through some very simple steps to get you started. And I also want to encourage you because there really is a learning curve if you are new to digital planning. You may feel a little bit frustrated in the beginning, just like I did. But I want you to know that you can find answers to almost all of your questions. The Help Center at goodnotes.com is fantastic. You can search for your questions there or simply Google your questions, and I can almost guarantee you're going to find the answer on the web. So in this video tutorial, I will share how to import your digital planner into GoodNotes, how to use the clickable links inside your planner, how to add text to your planner, how to resize text and change colors, how to use the pen tool to write inside your planner, how to erase your mistakes, how to use the highlighting tool, how to use the shape tool in your planner, how you can add images or digital stickers to your planner from the camera roll or from a cloud-based storage, how to select text or images and move them around in your planner or delete them or copy them and add them other places in your planner as well, and also how to add pages to your planner. So let's get started. The first thing you want to do is to import your digital planner into GoodNotes, and I'm just going to be demonstrating on my undated 12-month planner that's available in my online planahealthylife.com store. So in the document screen in GoodNotes, you're going to click the plus button and you want to import your documents. So now you want to go to where you have your digital planner stored, and I have mine right here, so I'm just going to click on that and import it. Very simple. Okay, so now you click on your planner, and here is where I'm going to actually close out my real planner in the other screen so we can just look at this new one and do some basic features. So what you'll notice is I have up in the top right hand corner there, looks like a little pen tool, and there's a circle around it. This means editing mode is turned off. So all of the links are clickable inside the planner, and I can easily browse and scroll through pages. So I'm just going to scroll to the second page. This is the cover page of your planner, and this is the index page here, which has links to almost everything in this particular document. So if you're working with a different digital planner, it will be very similar depending on how they have it set up. But each of the tabs along the top and along the side are clickable. So when I put my Apple Pencil on that first tab right there, it opens to that section. And in this planner, I'm going to just scroll using my finger to the next page. I have, I believe it's 4 blank types of paper in each section. Okay, so I'm just going to scroll using my finger, swiping over, and I can see I have lined paper, I have a grid paper, and then I have a totally blank page. So each of the top links are the very same, right? So that you can organize these, you can use them however you want. But what I'll show you right now is how to add a duplicate page. So for example, if you're going to use this section for journaling, maybe you like this page that has the little decorative border around the side. So if you want to add a new page, just click that plus button right here, and you see the first image, it says current template. Just click on that. You can add a page after this, click this template, and now you have another page, and you can easily just click that plus and insert another page. So that's pretty simple. So again, in this particular planner, all of the top links just go to various sections. Now in this planner and many others that are on the market, you may have a link that appears on all the pages that goes back to your index page. And so for this planner, the link, and I don't even know what kind of shape it is. It sort of looks like a banner. I don't know what I decided with this one, but the link in the top left-hand corner goes back to the index page. So again, you may see this on other digital planners. Know that anywhere you are in the planner goes to that page. And then the links along the side, the monthly tabs are also clickable. So I'm going to click on this and it goes to January. Now I'm going to show you by scrolling with my finger, or you can use the Apple Pencil. If you hear it tap, you know I'm using the pencil. You'll see that there's 5 in this particular planner of the monthly pages. But I want to show you a feature that is in my planner, and some planners have this, not all of them do. I'm going to go back, I'm going to click on January again. When you add your dates, and I'll show you how to do those in a second here, for each of the weeks of the month, I have a clickable link under Monday. So if you see, I held it down and you can open the link, or you can just click it. Hang on, let's just click it. This goes to week 1 in January. So I'm going to go back, I'm going to click January, and I'm going to click the 3rd week here. And it's the 3rd. Now, since it's undated, you might say, well, I don't know if that's a 3rd week or not, but I said there's 5 in each one. I'm going to swipe. This would be 4. This would be 5, and now we're in February. See, so it works for all of the months. You click on a week, and you're on that particular week. And that is pretty much how to use the links in your planner. Now, here's something else. So as I said, I have this editing turned off by that little image of the pen with a circle around it. If I would turn that on, generally, you think that the links aren't clickable in this mode, but as I showed you before, when I held my pen down, instead of just tapping, I press and hold, and it works for your finger as well. You'll see that open link, and you can click on the open link and it will move. So if you're in the middle of editing something and you want to be able to use your links, same thing, just press on it with your pencil and then hit open link. Okay, so that's a little shortcut feature. All right, so let's talk about how to add text inside your planner. I'm going to go back to January. Oops, here, let's go over here. Hang on, I'm just going to turn this off for a second. Let's go to January. And I love adding text. I tend to use text a lot in my planners rather than writing with the stylus. So let's see how to use it. So I'm going to again click the editing. So now we have access to all the tools along the top side. And the one, it's probably in the center of the screen with a T, is the text box. So I'm going to click on that. Now, you'll see that there's 3 colors here, the red, the blue, and the black. It defaults here to black. And you can easily change the color of your text. So I'm going to click on the red and click it again. And these are the preset colors that come with GoodNotes. So if I wanted to use this green color, I just click on that. But you can also be super specific about the colors that you use. So I'm going to click on the blue again. And then where it says custom, click on that and look, you have a color palette, so you can choose any color you wish, or you can add a hex code if there's a particular color you're looking for. I'm just going to go to black, which I use most of the time because I'm pretty simple and minimalist in my planner. And then when you want to type your text, and we're going to just add the dates to the month, just click your pencil or your stylus where you want it to begin. Okay. So now I don't know the first day. Okay, so we are in 2019. We're coming up to 2020. I have no idea if the 1st of January is on a Monday. I'm not looking at a calendar, but let's just say that it is. And so I'm going to go and click on the 1 right there. Now, what you're going to notice when you're adding text is that sometimes it's the right size for what you want to do, and sometimes it's either too big or too small. So let's click over here where it says like the big A and the little a. These are my default settings. I have chosen the font Noteworthy. I just like it. It kind of looks like handwriting, but it's way prettier than my handwriting. And I have it set at 38. But if I'm adding the dates here, and you can change that. You can go and select various different fonts. I'm not going to mess with that right now. But for the date, I might want it larger. So here's what I do when I'm adding dates or when I want to change the text size. I put it in first, just with the default setting, And then I'm going to go over here and I'm going to use my selection tool. So we're kind of jumping ahead on the things, but that looks like this little rope with the dotted edges. I'm going to click on that and I'm just going to draw a circle around that number. And then I'm going to tap in it. And now we have the option to resize it, to color it, to cut it, or to copy it, etc. So I'm going to resize it first. Let's make it bigger. And then here you have the little arrow button at the bottom. Oops, I did not want to zoom. Hang on. Let's go back here and select it. Resize, and then I'm just going to draw that to a size larger, and then I'm just moving it with my Apple Pencil and leave it where I want. Okay? Now, if you wanted to change the color, you can use the same process. Let's select it again, tap on it, and color. And now you have various different colors. Now, some of these at the bottoms are ones that I added. Let's just say we want to go with, I don't know, this color here looks pretty similar. Let's do that. And then we have it sized and colored properly for adding the dates. Now I'm going to use the selection tool again, because if I wanted to just type, let's say Tuesday the 2nd, I don't want to have to go through that process of resizing and recoloring for every date, right? So we have the number 1 exactly how we want it. So I'm going to use the selection tool again, tap on it, and I'm going to copy it, and then I'm going to put my stylus over here and hit paste. Now, what you'll notice when I hit the text box again and hit the backspace, I can type a 2. I have to make my box a little bit bigger. And then the 2 is the exact same size. It makes it way simpler. So now, this is another cool shortcut. We already have that copied. We can just continue to hit paste. And then I'm going to change that. I'm going to go back to the text. This seems a little tedious, but I'm going to show you a quick method to change things up. Again, the 1 was the smallest, 3. And I'll probably speed up through this, but I'll finish this. Okay, so now I have the first week of dates on my planner. I'm going to move this one up a little bit. Okay, rather than going through that process that I just did, honestly, it only took a few seconds, but what I can do is now cut and paste them for the rest of the month. So let's go back to the selection tool again. This time I'm going to circle all of the dates. Click on it, and I'm going to copy, and then I'm going to paste. And I'm just going to line them up. And I would just go ahead and do that, for the rest of the month. And then you will go in, just like I did before, and change the actual dates. You're probably going to have to increase the size of the text box, because when you get to 11, 12, 13, it's going to be a little bit larger, so you may want to resize. But that is a simple process to add text in this way. Let me show you something else with the text tool. Let's go to, I'm just going to click on this. We'll go to week 1 here. Oh, here's another shortcut too while I'm thinking of, let's go back. Okay, so actually I have this copied already, but if I didn't, you can use the selection tool. Let's just do it again, sorry. Let's go like this. These are the dates for week 1, right? And I'm gonna copy, and I'm gonna go to week 1, and I'm gonna paste the dates. Now, it's not gonna line up exactly how I want, as you can see. However, they are the exact dates that I want in the color and the font, and I can easily either use the selection tool and just move it like this. That's where I put the dates on my planner. Or another option is to click on text, and you also have the option to move it. But it's easier for me to use the selection tool. So let's just go ahead and add those dates. 6th and then 7's down here. Okay, so in this planner, as I said, I like to use text a lot. So if I have things to do or appointments, I like to add them in text also. So again, I'll use my text tool, and then I might do, let's say, 9 a.m. dentist. And just like with the numbers, you can use the selection tool if you want to move it around, if you want to resize it, make it bigger. When I'm working on my planner, I don't tend to get real concerned with how everything looks. Like I could make this bigger if I wanted. I just want it large enough to be legible. And as I said, for this planner and for me, the selections that I have, the 38 size font and the noteworthy, that works really good. So that is, oh, let me show you a couple other things with the text. I'm going to get my keyboard attached here. Sorry. So if I'm going to go down here. Well, I'll just do it here, whatever. Let's say we want to write something longer. Plan Thanksgiving dinner menu and guest list. What decorations will we have? Okay. All right. Say I want this to happen over here. Now I can move with the stylus here, and then using that blue, oops, I just copied it. Hang on, we don't want to. Using the blue dot, I slide it over until it fits into the section that I have. Okay. Now, one thing that you can do is if you want to resize that, again, it's way easier to use the selection tool to resize it than to try to do that under the text option. So click on that and resize. You can make it really small or you can make it larger, but that gives you a lot of options. As you notice from this, I accidentally selected the 2 as well. So one thing you'll notice with digital planning, you need to be kind of particular about selecting. So I made my little circle a little bit too big. Sorry, let's go right here. And there we go, I just got that. When I select in a larger way, I'm going to get more than one thing. Okay, so that is the text tool and how to use this. Now, if you want to delete it, I'll use a selection tool again over here. Click on it and cut. We don't need it twice. Okay, so the next thing I want to show you is how to use the pen tool to write inside your planner. A lot of people use handwriting in their planner mostly, and I just tend not to do that. But over here in the top near the left-hand side is the pen tool. Just like with the text, you have color options. These are just the last that I've used in my planner. But if you click on any of them and click again, you see the presets here. You can choose one of those, or if you click on it and hit custom, again, you have the little selections, or you can add a hex code. So once you have your, let me show you as well. With the pen, there are different types. There's a fountain pen, a ball pen, and a brush pen. I just personally like the brush pen. When you write with the brush pen and I'm just gonna scribble over here. If you use a very light touch on your stylus, it has a thin line. And then if you press harder, it has a thicker line. So if you were doing like calligraphy, you could go. This is so messy. My iPad is propped up. So anyways, but you get the idea. With a brush pen, it recognizes the pressure that you're putting on your iPad. So that, as I just demonstrated, is how you can use handwriting in your planner, you can click on the color that you want, and then it makes it easier sometimes when you zoom, and you might want to say pay bill. Over here on the top right hand side, you can see I have like that middle bar selected. That's the thickness of your pen. So if I go to 1, it's less thick, and if you go to this one, it's very thick. And again, as I made the note, I was using different pressure on my pen. So that is how, oops, that is how you write in your planner. And you can do that anywhere. Just simply press your pencil down and begin writing. Now, with writing, you may have handwriting messy like I did and want to erase it. So let's talk about how to erase your mistakes. One thing you can do, this scribble over in the red, let's just get rid of it. I could just use the selection tool again, select it, and hit cut. And again, I'm going to undo that. This little arrow near the top is undo because I had accidentally selected the 4. So let me just select over here and cut. That's one way to erase. But if you use this tool to the right of the pen tool, that is the eraser. And just like with the pen tool, you can select the thickness and then just erase. There we go. It's very satisfying to erase mistakes. There we go. Very simple. The eraser tool will erase shapes or handwriting. It does not erase text. See? Now if I go up to the numbers, it won't erase because that was text, but it will erase here. See, there we go. Okay. Another tool that you might want to use is the highlight tool. And that is the next one over. And again, it has 3 different colors. It has thickness options, and you can choose whatever color you prefer or add in a particular color that you like. And in my planner, I like to highlight things when they're done. So let's say I went to the dentist on Monday and I'm done. And I just swipe across and it highlights. The cool thing about the highlighter, and I'm going to click on it, is you can have this option of drawing in a straight line, which I love because my writing can be all over the place, as you've already seen. So you can have that on or off as you wish. So you could highlight, whatever. You can also use highlighting for decoration, and sometimes that's what I do. I don't have a lot written in this planner, but let's say I just wanted to draw a box around it. You know, you can do whatever you want. Okay, the shape tool. So the shape tool is, I'm going to pull up my personal planner here, actually, and show you in there. I've used the shape tool here around my habit tracker to take a walk outside. It's just a way of decorating without having to use digital stickers. Many people love digital stickers and they purchase digital stickers, and I'm just pretty much a minimalist and I don't want to have to spend money if I don't have to. And so I will just decorate by using shapes an awful lot of the time. So let's go back to this one and let's type something in. Let's use the habit tracker down here. And we'll do take a walk outside. Okay. And then I can just move it. I like to kind of center it up. All right. Now, using the shape tool, you want to use the pen. So I'm going to make sure that the pen is set to the color I like. Let's do green. That's good. And I'm going to go over to the shape tool right here. And when you draw a shape, I'm going to go down below here. If you draw a shape and just lift up your cursor, it straightens the lines. I don't draw very good shapes because they almost never look like an exact square. And even if I try to trace it, well, that's better. I struggle, but same thing with like a circle, it'll make it pretty close. So there we go. Sometimes it seems the faster that you draw, the better your shapes look. So if I want to highlight this take a walk outside, let's do it in red since I've been experimenting. And I'll just draw around here. There we go. Again, we have this little line over here. As you can see, that's not perfect. You can hit the undo. Oh, we're removing my arrow, aren't we? We'll redo that. You can hit the undo, or you can erase if you didn't like the way that turned out. So I'll just use the erase tool to show you over here. Another thing with the shape tool, I'm going to click on this, and you can see you have the options as for your pens. The fill color is what you can see in the shapes that I've already drawn. So over here on the red, it's got like a light pink inside. The green has a light green inside. If you don't want that, you can just click that box off. And then if I'm over here and I just want to draw a triangle, it won't have the color inside. And that is the shape tool. So like I said, you could draw shapes if that's your thing. I just like to kind of outline or use that as a way of highlighting or making check boxes in my planner. Now, the next thing I want to show you is how to add images or digital stickers to your planner. So digital stickers are essentially images, and usually they are PNG files. They have a transparent background, but you could use really any image that you want inside your planner. You can add photos. I tend to add photos throughout my week just as a little means of decorating. If your planner is for personal use, you can go to the web and you can search for something and use that inside your planner. Obviously, if you are making planners or selling them, you have to have a commercial license. But if this is just your planner for personal use, you can really add whatever you want. So the first method to add a photo is to click this little image right here, and over on the top right hand side, it's going to bring up your camera roll, and you can kind of like scroll through and see what your pictures are. I'm just going to add this adorable one right here, and then there's the sizing arrows that you can use. If you click on it again, you have the option to crop it, and then you can use the rectangle, which I'm just going to use right here, and just move the lines, or you can freehand, and there you go. You have your photo. One thing that I like to do with the shape tool, I'll just show you while we're using this. I'm going back to the shape tool. I'm going to use the red, and this is going to be messy again because my iPad is kind of propped up here, but that's okay. And you can outline it like that. That's what I like to do a lot of times on my pictures. So another way that you can add photos is from your cloud-based storage. So if you click on this again, and I'm just going to put my tool like where I want a picture. And then it comes up, here's my camera roll, and those are recent things, or down at the bottom it says insert from. And this is in OneDrive because that's what I use. I'm trying to see where I have some stickers. I'll just go here. I know I have some pictures in there. So these are not digital stickers. These are just images. I think that's an image. There we go. So this could be a star. This could be a picture of a flower. Imagine what it is. But if you had digital stickers, you can store them outside of your iPad to save on space and then insert them in this way. If you purchase digital stickers, that's how you can add them. You can resize them and all that kind of good stuff. Or like I said, generally it would be like a shape or something cute, but we're just showing you how to do it right there. And if you don't like it, again, you can use your selection tool and get rid of it. Or if you're still in the photo section, you click on this here, you're going to get the X. So that's a simple way to remove it. And I think that's all I wanted to share. I kind of went outside of the order that I wanted to show, but I think I pretty much showed everything, the basics for digital planning. What I just want to encourage you to do is to play around with it. Like you can't ruin anything, especially when you import your planner, it's still stored elsewhere. So if I totally mess this up, I could delete it and start from scratch, but that's not going to happen. Use Google, use the GoodNotes Help Center, or if you use another app like Notability, you can easily find answers to your questions and enjoy your digital planner. I hope you enjoyed this video,